Batman Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, DJ Knuckles, King Smooth. Go girlfriend, it's your birthday. Go girlfriend, it's your birthday. Go girlfriend, it's your birthday. Batman Scoop, yeah. Brooklyn Clan, Batman Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, Batman Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, Brooklyn Clan, Brooklyn Clan, Batman Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, Batman Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, Batman Scoop.
Just let me know when y'all ready. Alright, I'm gonna give y'all like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna just start announcing stuff. Anybody know all that? Once again, we're gonna be starting in about 2-3 minutes, everybody. If you can hear my voice, go ahead and put an emoji, put some emojis out there. Just we're good. All right, y'all can hear me. We'll be, like I said, we'll be getting started in about 2-3 minutes. Yeah, I can see you. All right, I'm about to start, y'all.
She's so punchy, so vulgar. Not me. Why the hell her? Look, she dresses. Look at her mess. What do you see? I don't know. It's not all about cash. Hell no. Know how much you flash. How I dress is a reflection of me. What is this I see? You don't come home to me. When you don't come home to me.
Can everybody hear me?
All right. What's going on? Can you hear my voice? Emojis up. Let's go. Once again, I want to welcome you all to the Man in the Middle show. We got a good topic today. The topic is going to be, would you accept your child wanting to be transgender? I know that is a huge topic going on in the world today, and we're going to explore that a little bit more with our ladies and then with the man that's going to be in the middle as well. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and introduce our host for tonight. Our first host, but at the same time can be real sour. Our first host is Gabby. Give it up for her, y'all.
I didn't say she was sour. Oh my God. Where her music? Where her music? Her music. Hey everybody. You can unmute. You mute and unmute. Are you on amplifier? You be killing them, girl. You be killing them. You be killing them, girl. You be killing them, killing them, killing them, killing them, killing them.
All right, y'all. Our next host that we have coming to the stage, she is known as the Queen of Jordan. Have 2 pairs, but they're from China. Y'all may know her as Nay, but don't forget the 2 Fly. We have Nay 2 Fly, everybody.
Oh God.
Hey.
Ain't no music. Where the music?
You know.
Where the music?
Don't do it for me. Now watch me whip. Now watch me.
Hey,
Hi, y'all.
you might have to re-enter.
Watch me, nay. Why me do it? Now watch me whip. Kill it. Watch me, nay. Okay. Now watch me whip.
Why is people raising their hands already?
Watch me, nay.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all. This next host that we have coming to the stage, y'all may know her as very bougie, but at the same time, she's a kissing bandit. So don't be surprised if she comes out in the stands out there and gives you a kiss. We do have Blackberry 76, everybody.
Yes. Oh my God.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. No, your bitch, yeah. I cooking up in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something. Hey, I don't tell nobody good with trick. Nobody
Hey,
call up the gang and they
everybody.
come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. It's bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit.
Alrighty, y'all. Y'all already know who it is coming in last. She wants y'all to know she can give you the recipe, but it still won't taste the same. The only host up here that'll try to knock you out in VR. We have Boss
Wow.
Diva.
I ain't coming out till I hear my music. Hey.
Oh my God.
That's right.
Damn.
All the boys in the yard, and that's right. I'm the one that's tattooed on his arm. I'm bossy. I'm the bitch
Y'all love to hate. Hey.
I told young Stanley he should switch the date. I'm back with an 808.
Cause I'm what? Hey.
Hey.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Okay, listen. I need to make sure that you all can hear us. You know, we always have problems with front row. I do not know why. I believe AltSpace is definitely hating, but you're not gonna stop us. We only get better. So I'm gonna have each member, each host go down the line and say something to you. And in each room, if you can hear us, please put up some emojis. If you cannot hear us, please. Oh well, shit, you can't even send us a message. All right. Anyway, okay. So if you can hear my mouth, please put up some emojis. I don't care what you put up. Put up anything. Put up anything. If you're in the other rooms, okay, I see the other rooms going up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Blackberry, please.
Can you hear me? If you can hear me, show me some love. Throw them hearts up. Yes,
Yeah.
baby. Yes.
She loud as I don't know what. You definitely hear her.
Shut up.
Rock. Yeah, who got
Already
an echo?
starting
Somebody
shit.
got an echo. It's you. Are you on Android?
It's me? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, are you on Android?
I think I'm on the wrong audio. There we
You
go.
are.
Yeah,
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Throw up
Okay.
emojis if you can hear me.
Woo! Can hear you. Yes. Yes, I hear my girl.
I can hear you.
All right,
All
can
right.
everybody? Good.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right.
Let's get
All
it.
right, you guys. Thank you again for coming. We want to welcome back Rockadollar. Where the hell is he at? He is not at his post. My
He is
God.
at his post.
Is
He
he
is
on,
at his post.
please?
He's not on air. He's not on air.
Oh, Rockadollar, go on air, please. Make sure
But he's in my
everybody's on
room.
air.
I see him.
Okay, make sure you're. Well, he need to go on air so I can see him also, so we can see one another. Nay, make sure you're on air, please.
Shut up. I'm on air.
What'd he say? Because I didn't. Did he say?
He
did
said,
say
I'm on
something?
air. Shut up. He
Shut
said
up.
he's on air for you to shut up. And then he said,
There
shut
you
up.
go. There you go. Y'all, let's welcome Rockadollar back. He is back and
Show him
better
some
than
love.
ever. He is back. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you. And I can't
Yes.
sing. I'm just glad you're back. Welcome back. I can't hear you, so amplify your fucking voice.
Our
I don't hear
Pimpadol is
you.
back.
No,
I
he's
hear
talking
you.
shit, too.
Rock, just put on
You know
air.
he's talking
a lot.
shit.
Am I the only one that can hear
There
him?
you go. Okay.
I can hear
all right.
him
I
now.
hear him. Look at that.
He
Look
good.
at
Hear
that.
me breathing. I'm trying to stop dreaming.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sure I can hear you when you do go on.
We don't want to
I
hear
make sure I
him.
can hear you when you do go on. All right? All right.
Yes.
Yeah, we with you. We ain't gonna talk shit about the breathing. We glad you breathing.
Yeah.
We
Hell
glad
yeah.
you
Breathing is a
So,
good
yeah.
thing. It's a blessing.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn right. Now
Every breath
we're gonna
is
test
a
something real
blessing.
quick. I'm sorry, we gotta use a couple of y'all as practice because I need to make sure that you cannot make it up on this stage. So if one of you could walk down here and see, hold on, let me make sure I put it up. Not a moderator. You cannot get on stage. You cannot get on stage.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Sweet.
All right.
Hey.
Jerry,
Thank
you're a
you.
moderator, and I only did that to make you feel good about yourself. I would say no moderators. Go sit down. Damn. All right.
We got it.
All right. All right. So if one of you can come down to that mic and speak, so I can see if when you stand in front of the mic, it allows you to speak.
Anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
Except for Jerry.
Okay.
Does it work, Blake?
Testing.
All right.
I
Okay.
don't hear
Testing
him.
1 2 testing
Yes, I hear
testing
him.
testing.
Y'all don't hear him?
Mm-mm,
'Cause
I
I hear
didn't.
him.
No,
No,
I
I
didn't hear
didn't.
him.
No.
I didn't
What?
hear him either.
Hello?
No.
Hello, can you hear
But
me?
we'll
I
put him
hear
on
you.
air, probably.
Okay, we'll
I
put
don't
you
hear
on
him.
air
Okay.
also. Yeah, when we call you down. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's put.
Lemonade at Cool Refreshers.
Bitch, I ain't talking to you, Google. All right. Okay, so all right, we got that covered. The at least I know it's working for me, but you guys are in other rooms, and maybe that's why it's
Yeah.
not working.
I'm in room
Okay.
2, I think.
All right. Okay.
I'm in room
so,
3.
I'm in
So
4.
somebody, okay, so
Okay.
y'all can't hear though, and I don't like that y'all can't hear the audience member, but we'll put them on air when we go to
Yeah.
a race. Hey, let's try it
Yeah.
right now with somebody with their hand raised. Let me see who's up here. Somebody that we know. Okay, Jerry the Tire Guy. Go down to the Okay, let's do Miss
Jerry.
Independent. Let's do Miss Independent.
Yeah.
Miss Independent, can you please go down to the mic, please? And we're gonna put you on megaphone and make sure we can hear you.
I hear her.
Gang, gang. I ain't even
Gang,
saying
gang,
that
gang,
yet.
gang, gang.
Right.
I hear her.
I know, but
I hear you.
I still hear you.
Leave
I
her
hear you
alone.
clear in
Leave
your
her alone.
voice.
Don't put on
I
Thank
hear
you.
me.
And I
Thank
see
you,
her.
Miss Independent.
Oh, I hear
Thank you so
everybody.
much. All right, thank you. You hear everybody.
Mute,
Why? Well, then mute y'all's room. You gonna have to mute your room. Mute your
We
audience
good.
room.
Mine is muted. Mine is muted.
You know they get to saying shit, so mute these people.
Mine's muted.
All right. All right, thanks. Okay, now as we have Blackberry up here, welcome back, Nay. Thank you so much for standing in for her. But y'all welcome Nay back. She is back with us, and we are glad to have her back. Throw up
Nay,
some
welcome
emojis,
back,
welcoming Nay
welcome
back.
Yes.
Ow.
She was missed.
Thank you.
Yes,
Glad
you
to
were
be back.
greatly missed. You were greatly missed.
We glad you're back because Blackberry's not a good host.
He a hater. He a hater. So
Fucking
he a
hater.
For real. Right.
Damn,
Okay,
somebody
so
giving me
anyway.
a damn stat. What the fuck?
Oh no, that wasn't for you, girl. That wasn't for you. Who wasn't talking kick 'em? But anyway. Okay. But okay, y'all. So as y'all see, Princess is not here right now. She had a family emergency. We want to keep her in our prayers. If everyone could throw some heart emojis for Princess. And we want to thank Blackberry for standing in for her as usual. She's amazing. She comes through in a clutch. And that's why I love her to death. For real. So thank you, Blackberry.
you too,
And much
boo.
love to Princess. You're in our prayers, honey. Okay, so let's get this party started. Oh, wait, another thing. We put the roses underneath your chairs for you to throw at us at the end in adoration, not for you guys to play with during the show. Now, if you want to, that's fine. But don't toss them up here until the end. If you are caught tossing roses up on the stage before we are done, you will be kicked. Okay? We're all adults. Let's act like it. All right? I don't care how much I like you. I don't care how much I like you or love you. If you throw a rose up here before the show is over, I'm kidding.
The show on the road. Thank you.
Yeah, this motherfucker is back. All right.
Yeah, he's definitely back.
He is back. All right. So welcome to Man in the Middle. You know, y'all know what we do here. Chloe. Where is Chloe? Oh God, where is Chloe? Chloe was glitching out. So
I
he
see
may
Chloe
glitch.
in my room.
Okay, so okay. All right, okay. So okay, good. All right. Okay, so now ladies, okay, what are we talking about today for Girl Talk before we start this show? Y'all know my mind is a little frazzled. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I'm also dealing with some things, but it ain't gonna stop no show. So yeah. What's up? What's up? So I'm gonna need y'all to kind of carry this Girl Talk a little bit. I got the topic, but
what we doing in 2021, ladies?
Let's do it.
No. What are we doing next?
Oh, I know.
what
I
are we
said
doing
let's
in
do it. We're gonna start
2021?
off.
What we
Let's
trying
go.
to do in 2021? We're still
Oh,
in January. We're still in the beginning. What we trying to do? Or at least, hey, you know what? Even if you don't want to go out for the whole year, let's say in the next couple of months. What are some of your plans?
well, my plan is I'm graduating.
All the love.
So that's
Yes.
my plan for 2021.
Yes.
But then so that's another year. So that's all I got for 2021. Just making my life better and greater.
Girl,
More
She said, "Don't let them
less
Jordans
problems.
fool you." She said, "Don't let her wearing
Yes.
Jordans fool you." For real.
Yes.
She's
Hey, I
prestigious
wear
over
Jordans
here.
every morning. I'm a RSP teacher and I wear Jordans every day to the class in the living room.
Right.
Don't let the
Right.
smooth taste fool you. For real.
Don't let it
Right.
fool you.
Smooth
The
taste
name
fool
is
you.
real.
Right.
The name is real.
Real.
Nate
For
Two
real.
Fly.
Too fly.
Can't get over
Two times.
already. What about you, Miss Gabby?
I have travel plans this year. I want to travel. I want to make up for 2020's loss because I didn't really
Right.
travel this year, past year.
I can't hear
Yeah.
Gabby. I can't hear Gabby.
Girl.
He can't hear you. Are you on megaphone?
Oh,
or
okay,
are
I'm
you
sorry.
on air?
It turned off
Gabby just had
Amplify.
a little something to drink, so you guys be aware. Bear with
Yeah.
her. She has,
She
she
might
done got ready
slur.
for the night, and I think she went a little overboard. So,
Just a little
yeah,
Just a little
just
bit.
a tad
She
bit,
might slur.
just a tad bit. But it's okay.
Look, get in your seat. Get in your seat.
Sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down. Girl.
Show ass
Y'all
down.
about to get her sour Gabby in
Everybody
a
likes to have a
minute.
little fun. Yep. That's
No,
so
and
funny.
hold on. Let me address that. DJ, I did not tell you to call her sour. I didn't say shit
Yeah,
about her
who
being
is
sour.
that
So I don't
about?
know
That's
why the
me
hell you
outside
said
again.
that.
You got a
Yeah,
problem
girl.
with me? Oh,
She don't be
she
sour
girl.
at all.
Oh,
Amplify. You not amplify. Amplify. The hell.
There we
I'm
go. I
sick
tried
of
to stay in
y'all.
the DJ booth. You all brought me out here, so I'm going to be the man in the middle temporarily.
Okay.
Temporarily.
oh my God. You called me sour.
But
Am I
Gabby, you were
sour?
gone. You were gone for just a minute, and Boss Diva specifically told me to say she can be sweet, but she can also be sour. That's exactly what
I
she
said
said.
nasty. I said nasty.
Listen,
I did not say
I
no damn sour.
Why,
No.
Gabby? To be honest with you, why would I just randomly
Where
just
the
say
fuck is my
sour?
seat?
This is what she
Fuck.
told me to say, and I apologize if I hurt you. Okay,
You really
bring
gonna
it in. Bring
me?
it in. Let's go. There we go, everybody, and that's how you make up. That's how you make up in VR. There we go.
No, that's how you lie in VR. That's how you lie in VR. Because that man just lied. He just told a whole damn lie on me. I did not say. I said she be nasty. She talks dirty, even though she sounds all sweet and quiet. She got a dirty mouth.
She
Oh,
got
you
a
were about to
potty
say
mouth.
sour? You were about to say a sour mouth? Oh, okay.
No,
I heard the S.
I'm
I heard the
sour.
S.
She not sour.
He's
I
like,
said
you
I'm sour
heard
at
the
You just
all.
said you just were about to say, oh well, yeah, she has a nasty, so
I did not
nasty.
You know what? Get your ass back to that booth. Get your ass back to that booth.
He came out, honey. He
And
came
y'all,
out.
and y'all better ask me how my 2021 going too. Shoot.
It's all a lie. Okay, listen.
I'm sick of it.
Listen. Okay.
I'm sick of it.
Okay. We'll get to you. What about you, Blackberry? What's your plans for 2021?
2021.
Yes.
Staying safe.
Baby.
That's my plan.
Baby.
Staying
Yes.
COVID free. That's my plan right now. I ain't
Damn
trying to
place.
get that shit.
Yeah.
Plus that.
I ain't going a damn place, and ain't nobody coming to me. So to any of you potentials that be trying to come visit, it ain't happening till we get this shit under control. It ain't happening. So
Yeah,
I'm not doing it. For real. You
I'm
talking about
sure.
traveling. I can't with you travelers. I can't with you travelers.
You better
No.
go travel
I mean,
in your car.
you can't
to the
stop your
car.
life. That's true. You
Oh,
can't
you ain't
stop
stopping it,
your
baby.
life,
You
but
put it
you
on
know
pause.
what?
You're not
I'm
stopping
Yeah, you
just
it.
put it
You
gonna
on
put it on
pause.
No, I'm
chill.
pause.
not
Now.
pausing shit. I'm not pausing anything.
Oh, now see,
That's the
this is okay. This is
this
what maybe
this the
she is
fire,
sour.
Gabby.
Maybe yeah. Okay, my bad, DJ. My bad, DJ.
That's what a sour.
My bad. She done had a little. She done had a little power juice. Baby. I ain't
Not
stopping
baby.
shit.
That Patron coming out.
She drinking wine, girl. She drinking wine. She always drink
Oh,
wine.
I
No,
would hate
I'm
to see
drinking
you on
liquor
a Henny.
tonight.
Oh, what you drinking?
Oh,
What you
Told
drinking?
y'all she was on
oh,
one. Told you.
What you drinking? What are you drinking?
What was that to Patron? Told you she was on that
Listen,
Patron. Yes, that's that Patron tongue. What was that?
listen.
That's Chloe yelling. That's Chloe
Chloe
yelling.
I
That's
don't
Chloe
hear
yelling
him or
back
see
there.
him.
Chloe, no on a time, and you don't go on air, Chloe, yet, because I can't hear you. Do not go on air yet. Oh hell no!
Unamplify.
Oh Lord!
Unamplify for right
Yeah.
Oh
now.
Lord! Yeah, unamplify for
Unamplify.
right now, Chloe. You know how you do. If everybody knows Chloe, they know he don't like to do nothing off of amplify. Nothing. Our lives tonight. I hope y'all ready.
Man.
I hope y'all ready.
It's
Yeah, I
gonna
don't
be
even know.
fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I can
So
hear by the way he
2021.
was
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so you already said your plans. What
No,
about?
no, listen,
Our,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm waiting to see if we get this shut down in a way to where, because with a virus you have to isolate it. You understand? And when people want to do all that
Hmm.
traveling and stuff, you're not isolating the virus like at all.
But
So
I'm
in
immune
order
right
to let
now.
it hold on, good for you. Good for you. You may be immune, but that doesn't mean you're not a carrier and making other people sick. That's the point. Y'all got to stop being so selfish with this shit. Cause you immune don't mean that you can't get somebody else sick. Like, and it may be somebody who may not be able to fight the virus like you can fight the virus.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
no, that shit. You
Mm-hmm.
people that be going out here all willy nilly like this shit is not real need to be charged with attempted murder. Promise you, you do
Mm.
for real. And yeah, I said it.
mm,
Yeah, I
Yep.
said it. Because
I
you are
said it too.
killing people by going
Yep.
out here knowing that you okay because you immune. What that mean? That don't
Mm-hmm.
that. But anyway, that's politics. We're
Bars.
not gonna do that. Say we not talking
Bars.
politics. Shut up, Google. Damn. When I call this bitch, she don't answer though. I promise you. If I say, "Hey Google," the bitch don't answer. Oh, you want to answer now, bitch? You know what? Sorry, y'all. Okay, but okay, you know what? You know what? I'm going to the audience real quick because I need y'all to talk.
Oh,
No, I'm just dismissing all of y'all real quick because I need y'all to talk and tell me what do y'all think about what Gabby said about that. Only raise your hand if you have something to say about people
Where
traveling right
where Gabby
now.
go?
I kicked her.
Joe,
I kicked her.
I don't.
No, I didn't kick
I
her. I'm
just,
lying. I ain't
my
kick her.
son and I, my son and I just
Oh,
came back from a trip from Iowa. He's on a recruiting trip to play baseball in Iowa. I tell you not, when we walked into a restaurant, it was jam packed. Nobody had mask on.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
oh,
had mask on. But we went to another
mm-mm.
restaurant. Nobody had mask on. We went to a store. Nobody had mask on. Nobody. So we are
Wow.
quarantining right now in my house because we're not trying to
Yeah.
infect anybody. Not
Right.
even not even by mistake. So I
Right.
mean, it's serious out there. So
It's serious. It's serious. Yeah.
It is.
Okay, Rock, if you want to go to the audience members that raised their hands to speak about this topic, please.
I'm gonna go get jewelry.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay. All right. So let's go to Zod. If you say anything, please come down to the mic. Zod, if you say anything, listen, I know that there's some trolls running around here, and I promise you, you're not gonna get too much out your mouth on this stage because I will immediately mute you and kick you. I know that you guys be in the audience. This is not the forum for it. I'm not nice, and I don't care how you gonna feel about it. If you come down to that mic and you're not speaking about what we're speaking about, you will be immediately kicked, and you will not be allowed back in ever. All right. Okay, Zod left. Maybe he was a troll. Come on down to the mic, Kimmy. Come down to the mic, Kimmy, please.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can
Yes.
hear you. Yes.
Okay, great.
Hey, Kimmy.
So, hi. So, yeah, I think that it's super selfish. Like, there's people that's walking around thinking that if they get if they get one part of the vaccination, they're like, oh, I'm 50% good. Or they'd be like, "Oh, I was sick last year November. That probably was the corona, so I probably had it, so I can't get it again." You don't know
That's
that.
not
Mm-hmm.
true.
You don't know for the corona, but they test your antibodies, and you can still not have antibodies that show that.
Mm-hmm.
We got the
Mm-hmm.
another strain that's out.
Yes,
It's
Lord.
not containable, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna be all willing like I'm gonna die whenever. I'm gonna die whenever. No, like y'all, the way you carry yourself is affecting other people as well. You know, maybe you are immune. You might think you're immune, but your unwashed hands, when you went to go grab something, you touch something else, that person touched their face, now they're infected. You know, it's basic biology. It's basic biology. So, like, you got to think about it being your mama or your grandmama or somebody really close to you. If they decided that
Mm-hmm.
they needed to go, they need to go drop something in the post office real quick. That's the only time they went outside. And they brushed shoulders with somebody who was like, I'm immune, and you found out and they got sick, you would want to murder them. So you got to put
Mm-hmm.
yourself in that type of mindset. If that's going to be the thing that's
Right.
going to motivate you to be like, you know what, let me step back. Like I haven't seen my grandmother. I see my grandma probably like once every 2 to 3 months, and we sit in a space with a mask on and her air filter on. Okay, because
Yes.
but yeah,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
that's what I wanted to say. You know.
Thank
Yes.
you,
All right.
All
Kimmy.
right.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Kimmy.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good.
Thank you. All right, Brian, please come down to the mic. Please come down to the mic.
Hey, boss, let me say something. I want y'all to be clear. It's not a joke.
Dang, I'm
I had
trying to
it.
click. Somebody else click. Oh, he in room 4. Maybe that's why I can't click him.
Boss,
Somebody in room 4, click him, please.
Mm.
boss,
Brian,
Yeah, what you said? No, now I can. What you say?
Oh, you can
I
hear me
just
now?
want the folks to
Yeah.
know that it's not a joke.
Brian, real
I,
quick. Hold on, Brian. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Rob.
I just got over that COVID, and I want y'all to be clear that, it was a point where me and my wife was in the hotel room, and we were talking about life insurance. That's how bad
Damn,
it
Rob.
got with me.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
So,
Rob.
I want y'all to know that, don't take it lightly, protect yourself. I was in Florida at the time. I spent my whole vacation. My wife came back from Kuwait, and we didn't get a chance to spend any time with one another. She went back to Jordan for another year. So, I'm not going to see my wife for another
Oh,
year. Uh, it's no joke.
It
Protect
ain't.
yourself.
It
I
ain't.
was literally talking about life insurance with my wife. That's what we in the hotel. That's what we spent our vacation talking about. If I die, if I don't wake up, the
yeah.
insurance that you got to call to take care of my personal business. So if you
Wow.
think it's a joke, you can take it and put it and risk yourself all you want. But I'm telling you right now, I sat there uh, and I didn't know if I was gonna make it or not. And
Yeah.
it just scared the shit out of me. And I'm
Hmm.
telling you right now, you go through a lot of changes with that COVID, and it
Mm-hmm.
affects everybody differently. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I was seeing
Hmm.
things. That's how bad I was. That's how sick I was. I was actually, take the risk if you want, but I promise you,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Especially for black people, I got issues with my health. So,
Right.
keep on playing around with it if you want. You'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's
Right.
definitely it'll make you think twice.
Mm-hmm. It sure will.
put it out
It
there.
Put
definitely
things in
will.
perspective.
Luckily, I
Put
haven't
things in
had a case,
perspective.
but
Oh yeah, that's good. That is
Mm-hmm.
so good.
Okay. All right, Brian.
I
Brian, go ahead,
I
please.
definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Let Brian speak, please. Go ahead, Brian.
I can't hear.
I don't hear you talking.
Hold on. Hold on. Y'all put him on. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
he needs Texas.
He's
Okay.
on
Go ahead,
megaphone.
Brian. I was able to hear him. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Where
Yes.
Where you go? Okay, Lord. Okay. Okay, there you go. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you guys got me. Okay, cool.
Okay, yes.
Yes. We hear you.
All right, cool. All right, hey guys. So you guys, so talking about travel and stuff with COVID and everything. So what do you guys want to know, if it's safe or not, or anything like that, or?
No, we weren't asking if it was safe. I was speaking about our host saying that she was traveling regardless. Basically, she didn't care. She was gonna live her life and she was gonna travel regardless. And I just want, because you know she's young.
It's not that
and
I don't
understand-
care, and it's not that I'm being
Hold on.
reckless.
Yeah, you're definitely being reckless. I'm not even about
I'm
to
in the
play
last
those
month of
games.
my immunity.
Honey, again, I need you to listen right now, because you
Okay,
just
go
heard
ahead.
Rock speak. You just heard
Yes.
Rock say everything that he said, and I know you've had a
Yes.
couple drinks, but I need you to understand, just because you are immune doesn't mean the person beside you is immune. Doesn't mean that they will go home to their 80-year-old grandparent or their parent who has underlying conditions that they can't fight off the disease. So you can't think like that. I love you to death, but you cannot think like that at all. That is not,
I'm
that's
still
being
being
selfish.
I'm still being frequently tested before I travel. I test.
Again, because you don't show symptoms, because you don't show signs, does not mean that you're not a carrier and that you can't give it to somebody.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm very
Well,
cautious.
Brian,
I stay home.
Okay.
Well, see,
all
on
right.
her aspect, I don't know. Like, so since this pandemic started, I've been on a plane like 25 times since March, and so I've
Damn.
kind of traveled all over the place, like here, there,
Because
everywhere.
you
I mean,
had
I've
to, or
got
because you wanted to? Because you had to, or
well,
because you wanted to.
both. It was mixed, and so but
Then
I've been
you are
tested.
also
I've been
selfish.
tested. I've been
Man, y'all
tested every
gotta
time, and
stop. Okay.
I've been
Okay.
tested every time and never got it, nothing or whatever. So I
But
mean,
who did you
there
give
is
it to? You may not have gotten it, but who did you give it to? You don't know,
no,
do you? You have
no, but I've
you have
never,
no clue. You don't know. You don't know who you gave it to. You don't know if you
no,
were
but
a carrier and who you gave it to.
no, but I've never had the antibodies for COVID, so I haven't carried the
Okay.
virus yet. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. I haven't carried it.
All right. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you,
because I
Brian.
got
Thank you. I
tested.
appreciate you. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Just,
appreciate you, honey. Thank
just
you.
really quick, I won't go through all the details. The week of Christmas, I lost 5
Unmute him.
family
I
members
mean, take
to
him.
COVID.
Yeah.
to COVID.
Oh, wow. Take Brian off air,
5
please. Thank you.
family members during the week of Christmas.
Yes,
Starting
Lord.
a couple of days before Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas, the day after Christmas, day before New Year's Eve,
Wow.
5 family members. So,
Wow.
I'm
no
sorry
joke.
about that.
Yeah.
Prayers.
No joke.
Prayers.
No joke. Okay, Lawless, please come down to the mic, and then we're gonna get on. Well, no, we're gonna go through our whole panel because this is important. No more after. Sarcastic was the last one, you guys, because we gotta go to. Sorry, Jerry, but you please don't raise your hand anymore. We'll get y'all later on, but Sarcastic will be the last one.
Okay, can you hear me?
But go ahead, Lawless. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to say the thing that really bugs me about this whole COVID is that there's a lot of young people that think they can't get it. And I think both governments in the States and in the UK got it wrong and said it was just elderly with underlying conditions, and now it's rife
Everybody.
all over the world. So yeah, I lost a 47-year-old friend. He's a UK rapper by the name of Ty. He died last
47.
year. Yeah,
47.
and I
Wow.
lost my wife's best friend, lost her dad in Paris as well to it. And there was a girl called Serendipity. I was standing next to, and she's pretty, like, she was cool, but she was upset. And she said that she had a younger guy who didn't believe it when and died about a week ago. So that was this, like, it's mad. So it just doesn't hold back, man. It gets anyone. Just be careful,
Age
man.
also.
Yeah,
Yes.
age, yeah. So
Yes.
that's what I want to
Age.
say. And thank you ladies for running a great show, man. This is really good. So thank you very
thank
much
Thank
as well
you,
for that.
Lawless. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming.
Cool.
Thank you
Thank
for
you. No
supporting.
problem.
Okay. if they're in your room and they're on the panel, you guys, I need you guys. If for some reason I can't put them on, so Mr. King in room 3, who's ever in room 3, please bring him to the mic. But Mr. King, you should be
Bring
able
him to the
do
mic.
I see Mr. King.
Yeah.
I put him up there.
Off. Okay, dismiss Lawless, please. Take
You guys
Lawless
can
off.
hear me,
Mr.
right?
King should be able to see.
What happened to you?
Yeah, we don't hear you, King. Hold on, sorry, King. King, we don't hear you.
He's on air on megaphone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't
Still
hear
can't hear
him.
him.
Okay, King, try now.
Yeah, try now, King.
King,
Okay, there we go.
try now.
All right, so
I
why
hate
is it
front
cool
row.
not to travel, but people got to go to work every day? Like,
You
I
gotta
don't
go
see
to
the
work. You
difference.
gotta go
Like,
to
if you
work.
COVID at work, it's COVID everywhere. So
Mhm.
why
You have
COVID
to go to
everywhere.
work though.
you
Mhm.
can't travel, but you could go to work? Yeah, but what's you know?
You don't have to travel though. You don't have to travel. That's the point. You
So
have to go
as
to
long
work.
as you have to do something, it's okay to possibly catch COVID.
You okay, listen, you have to drive to work, correct? And when you drive to work, you drive to work sober, correct? But if you choose to get in that car, you know you've had drinks and you kill somebody, that is attempted murder. Because murder operating that vehicle while driving. Now, if you happen to hit somebody on your way to work and you're sober, that was not on purpose. So that is the only way that I know how
It
to
could
Girl, I know
explain
possibly
it
have
that's
and
been on
right.
compare it.
purpose. Just
Excuse
because
me?
you're sober on purpose.
Wow. Well,
Let's
okay.
push it
But I'm
So
in.
just,
now,
but I'm just saying,
now
like,
we getting
it's
into
no
cement.
difference. Like,
Now we get into
I go to work,
right there.
whether I go to work or I go on a plane somewhere, I'm still around people that I possibly pass it to, or they could pass it to me. So it
That
really
trip,
doesn't matter. If that's the
that
case,
trip can
shut
wait.
everything
That trip
down.
can wait. Yes, I feel that everything should be shut
I
down.
understand
Yes,
that. No, shut
but
it
they're
down.
not doing
Give
that.
us what we
They're
need
not
to
doing
survive.
that.
I know they're not doing
Yeah.
that. So how can you restrict one thing and
But
not the other?
nobody
Well,
else
either
I
is
way,
just
you
doing
could
told
get
that.
you
it.
why, and the fact that the
No,
fact that
your
not
driving drunk
clear to
analogy isn't the
everybody.
same. Your driving
Listen,
drunk analogy isn't the same as what I'm
listen.
saying.
Why is it not? Why is it not
Because it's
though?
not.
How is
I
that?
don't.
That is
Yeah.
a
It's
very good
not.
analogy.
That's drunk driving. This is me going somewhere versus another and could possibly get COVID
That's you
either
going
way I
somewhere
go.
that you can wait. You don't have to go there though. You're going for leisure. You're not going because it's a family emergency, because it's required to you by your job, or you'll
Yeah,
lose your
but whether
job
it's a
and you'll
family
be able to pay
emergency
your
or not,
bills.
because it's a family emergency, COVID gonna be like, you know what, I'm not gonna fuck with you because this is a family emergency, or you got to go to
It
work.
doesn't
It doesn't
listen.
matter. Exactly, it
Listen,
doesn't matter.
listen. It's at the point. You know,
People
the
gonna do what they're
thing,
gonna do.
the thing that I won't do, and the thing that I can't do is argue semantics with you, because what I said made a lot of sense. I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
No,
But
all I'm saying is if
what I
6
said
feet
makes
worked,
so
why the
much sense.
masks? If masks work, why the 6 feet? I'm just saying,
Wow.
people are gonna get it. Either you're gonna survive it or you're not. No matter
Damn.
what you do.
That's
If you
not the
stay
way you
home,
should look at it.
Take
I
death,
know, but
Okay.
that's
Well,
and
thank
reality
travel is
though.
two different things.
It
If I
is
gotta
reality,
die, I
but
gotta
that's
die
the
for
wrong
my
way to look
family,
at
but
it.
I'm not gonna die going on a traveling
And you
on
got
a
to look
plane.
at
It
it
just
Okay,
from
we
can't
all
gotta
work that
mute.
way.
aspects. You can't
Okay, we
just
gotta
look at it
mute.
from the
We gotta
buttery
mute because
aspect.
the other. If
It
you're
But
not
I,
at
ain't.
the
but I
mic,
can't
please
die
don't
for
speak.
for pleasure.
Okay, if you're not at the mic, please don't speak. All right, dropping sarcastic. That's who we need. Room 4, please bring drop down to the mic and then sarcastic, and then we'll.
You're not amplified.
Oh, okay, hold on. Well, y'all heard me, right? Did y'all hear what I said?
I heard you, but I
Okay,
don't
well,
think they heard
I
you.
didn't need them to hear me. Y'all, room 4, whoever has room 4, bring
All right,
drop down to the mic, please, and then bring sarcastic.
Come
And the
down.
other
There we go. I see him.
audience members, we can't take you right now because we need to get on with the topic of the show.
Drop is at the mic. Drop is at the mic.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the way Gabby is dealing with it is kind of expected. considering the category that she kind of falls into. And what I mean by that is a pandemic produces fear in everyone. And what ultimately happens from that is people try a way to deal with the negative emotions associated with that fear. If you're older, you're basically going to do all of the precautions because you're at fear for your life. And you're going to do whatever it takes to make you feel less fearful.
Right.
Gab
Right.
has what is called the optimism bias, to where she found out she's in a particular age group. She found
Drop.
out that age group.
Don't assume anything about me, please.
Okay, well,
You're
Gabby can stand on
assuming
her own.
about me, and that's
Girl,
not
you know
what I'm
that's what
thinking.
drop do. Girl, you know that's
Yeah,
what
What
drop
but
do.
I'm
that's
what
you're
I
assuming something that's not
what
true.
You know that's
So
what drop
don't
do.
go there.
what,
Don't
what
go
I'm
there
saying
because
Let that
I was in
computer
a different
speak. Go ahead,
mindset.
drop. Go ahead, drop. Go ahead.
what I'm saying
Let him get his
is that
thought out. Go ahead.
when you see people not really observing the rules, you can't really look at them like they're bad people. They're dealing with the fear the best
I
way
don't
that
think
they
they're
know
bad
how.
people. No, I don't think they're bad people, but I definitely feel like they're selfish, regardless. Like,
I
it
felt
doesn't
a
make you a
different
bad
way before
person
I had
because you're
COVID.
selfish. Yeah.
Before I
Okay.
had
Well,
COVID,
so did
I was
Rock. So did
definitely
Rock. Rock did
different way.
before he had COVID. So
Yeah.
did Rock. Yeah.
And I mean, just take in consideration, sometimes people feel better ignoring the problem than actually dealing with it. And it makes
Okay.
Yeah.
them, when they decide to do certain things, they're choosing not to deal with the problem that the whole world is facing right now.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Drop. Thank you. Can we please bring Sarcastic down to the mic? Who's ever in room 4? Take Drop's amplify off and put Sarcastic's on. And if Sarcastic gets to talking about anything other than what we're speaking about, please make sure because you guys are in control that you go ahead and he was already on the list. That's why I'm letting him get up there, Rob. But please make sure you go ahead and mute him. Sarcastic, please come down to the mic. I don't know who's sarcastic.
I can't hear you, boss. I can't hear you.
You can't hear? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I went off amplify. Sarcastic, please
Yes,
come down to the mic.
I can
We
hear
hear
you.
you.
I don't hear him. But
Yes. We hear
Yes.
you.
I don't hear him. Y'all hear him?
I hear him.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. That's fine. I don't hear him,
Yes.
so it's okay.
Go ahead. We'll let her know what you say. Go ahead.
You can't put him on air. I can't hear him neither.
You
Yeah,
can't
I
hear him?
have him. Do y'all have him on air?
He need to be on
I think he
amplifying
is.
air. He need to be on amplifying air because I can't hear him.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
Yes, we can hear you.
can she hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Go
All right, all right.
ahead. Go ahead, please.
All right, I'm gonna start with. I know how it feel. I know how it feel. I know how it feel as I put my mask on in real life. But I get what you news or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. You scaring the people. Like,
I ain't say nothing. I ain't say
coming at
nothing
you in
about
no
scary.
way.
I ain't say nothing about
Chill,
scary. So
chill.
don't
I'm
do
just
that.
telling
You ain't hear me say
I'm just
scary at
I'm
all.
just giving you my
You didn't
I'm
even say
telling you
scary at all.
you defending
Go say
yourself. I get it. I get it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
listen,
Watch how you come at me though. The hell.
is any one of y'all nurses up there or anything?
We about to go to the topic. All right, let's go.
All right,
Let's go.
all right.
Let's go to the
I'm just
topic.
saying.
Let's
I
go to the topic.
love y'all. I love
Let's
y'all.
go to the
Don't be
topic.
scaring
Let's
people.
go to the
I mean,
topic now. What the fuck? What y'all doing? Let's go to the topic. Fuck. Shit. I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
let's
let's go to the topic. Let's go to the topic
Let's go ahead.
now.
Let's go to the topic. Yeah.
all right. I love.
I took him off. I took him off. Are we going to the topic of tonight about the transgender? Where is our question at?
Bring out your man.
The topic is gone.
Come on. Oh, DJ, did we get to ask you about 2021? Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think we asked.
You know, I've just been over here kind of just waiting patiently, just listening to y'all.
Oh, it's okay.
I've just decided not to say anything, but yeah. So the question is still about 2021.
Didi, can you hear
Can
me?
y'all hear? Can y'all hear me out there?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So first
yeah,
of all, I do want to
okay.
say to anybody that's lost to anybody that's lost anybody to COVID, just being real, like I wanted to say my condolences, and I do hope that you find peace through that. And my prayers are out through with you. My 2021 is going to consist of well, I just got accepted to grad school, so I'm going to be going to get my So I'm going to get my something like that, but going to go get my doctorate in higher education administration. I currently work at a PWI. I'm not going to name it. Don't want to get too personal here, but yeah. So my goal is to but my goal is to continue to progress. Goal is to continue to progress at that PWI and hopefully graduate from with my doctorate in about 2-3 years or so.
Ooh, that's what's up.
Okay, all right.
Amazing.
Would you like to say anything about what we were just speaking about? Because you didn't get a turn. You could even speak against me, and I won't do you like I did sarcastic. It's okay.
No,
You're in a safe place. You're in a safe place.
I won't say anything crazy or like negative or anything like that going against anybody. All I'm saying is, I mean, this virus has been out for, I mean, ever since what, February, March, or what have you. We've seen a bunch of
last year.
Yeah,
actually.
last year.
Last year.
We found out about it.
2019. Yeah.
And we found out about it pretty late. But at the same time, I will say, when it comes to the traveling, to me, it kind of doesn't really make any sense to go traveling right now, considering everything that's going on. I mean, they socially distance you in the airport, and then you'll get right on the airplane sitting next to Joe from Montana. So it for me, it doesn't really make any sense to go out and you could potentially catch something. I've not traveled this whole quarantine or whatever, but at the same time, if you are traveling out there, please be safe. And if you do catch something, that's on you. Everybody out here in this audience is a grown adult, and if you decide that you want to travel and catch something, then that's on you. All I would ask is that you're responsible enough to not, if you know that you have it, not go out and start acting all willy-nilly so that you can infect something. You know that you have it, please quarantine. If you take one half of the virus, it doesn't mean that you're 100% immune. Try to get both of those viruses, and then even then, don't start acting willy-nilly and acting crazy. Still try to protect yourself and protect others. So that's how I feel about
You meant
that.
the vaccine,
Thank
right?
you. Thank you.
Yeah. What did I say?
You
I'm
said
sorry.
virus.
Oh, the vaccine. My fault. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will say, if I was scaring anybody, which I didn't say that I was trying to scare anybody, but if I was, thank me later. Thank you. That's what it takes. Yeah, thank me later. So, okay, all right. DJ, do your thing. Let's bring up our man in the middle for our topic tonight. Would you accept your child wanting to be transgender? And if so, at what age would you be comfortable doing? Bring up our man in the middle. Let's bring
I'm gonna be
Chloe
totally
up.
honest. My music iPad just died. So coming to the stage.
Sing it. Sing it.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing.
Sing it.
That's what I plan on doing. Fellas, he's gonna give you all a piece of his mind tonight. Please represent. Come on down, Chloe. Everybody sing it with me. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Yeah, I'm not singing it. No. Make sure you're on air, Chloe. Chloe, if you can hear us, is he in any of y'all's rooms? Because he has frozen from time to time. I don't know why.
He was in my room, but I don't see him anymore.
He freezes. Oh, wait. Chloe ain't even here. Chloe, see?
Nah.
I knew it.
Chloe was here.
He did send me a message. She sent me a message.
It says Chloe is here.
No, I see him at enough is enough. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's what he was telling me. How the man in the middle going?
All right, I'll take his place. I'll take his place
until he gets here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I don't know where he
Please
is.
come sit in the seat. He did send me a message and said he was at enough and enough. Because he keeps glitching out. So I think that's what he wanted me to do, was send him a come visit when it was his turn. Because he glitches out a lot on the on this set. So for sure.
All right. I'm back.
Don't do that. Don't do that to my boy. Don't do that to my boy.
There you go. There you go. Right there.
Okay.
I see him.
All right. Here
I
goes
see
Chloe.
Chloe.
All right.
Okay, there he is.
All right.
Here we go.
All
What
right.
a man, what
Okay.
a man, what a man.
Is he coming up? Is he coming
Yes,
up?
if that ain't a DJ.
You need
Chloe,
to put him. Just put
Chloe,
yourself
go on air. Chloe, go on. Put yourself on air, please.
I see him.
Yeah, because I don't see him.
I don't know which room he's in.
Okay, there he is.
I'm lagging like a bitch.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let's
If
pray because
It's okay.
Go ahead.
Listen, if you lag out and you need to come back in, just come back in. Make sure you go on air and amplify when you come back. Work with you. Chloe is about to get that stimulus check, and he gonna be joining us.
Shut the hell up.
Chloe? Damn, Chloe.
Don't let motherfuckers know what's under my mattress, motherfucker.
Every damn buddy. Good Lord.
Well, not okay. Right, so fuck you.
Yeah, you did. Have a seat. Have a seat. You slide on back into that chair, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
I've been trying to get on here through my goggles. I got my go back up and it didn't work. I'm like, what?
Oh, you
It's
definitely
Satan.
don't need to be
It's
using a
Satan.
Go. That's way too old. They don't even
For
make the
real.
software for the Go no more.
Right.
I tried though for just a second.
All
and
right.
It was
So
Go ahead.
let's go ahead and get on this topic. We spent a lot of time on that coronavirus, but I see with the.
But I got a room. If y'all got a room, I just created a room, but never mind. Go ahead.
You created the room? Huh? Wait, I'm confused.
Let's keep going.
What? Okay. All right. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and talk about this topic. You know what the topic is, Chloe, about. So I'll let you guys speak about it first, and I'll interject as we go about if you would accept your child wanting to be transgender, and if so, at what age would you be comfortable doing so? Chloe, since you are the man in the middle, our honored guest, I would like for you to speak on the topic first, if you don't mind, before you glitch out. Are you still here? Oh shit!
Ah, damn.
My man.
Damn.
No, we got somebody else that will actually come up here. Let me make him a host. Hold on, let's bring him up here. No, Rockadollar, we got somebody else that I want to put in his place. No, it's not even that. It's not even that. I just want wait, I thought it was Distance Lover. Who was it? Oh no, Ciliano. Yeah, Ciliano. Where is he at? Oh, you here? You here? Okay.
Get it out before I start
lagging. Okay, go. Okay, all right, go. Go ahead.
What we talking about?
You know what we talking about. Go ahead.
Okay.
Move,
well, I don't. Okay. Is this a transsexual thing, or what are we talking about?
The transgender. Would you accept your child wanting to be transgender? And if so, at what age would you be okay with that?
I don't either.
Who are you talking to?
Oh.
Chloe, go on air.
Okay.
Go on
okay.
air.
The way that I grew up, I would not do that because physically and physically they have not been developed. Because I went through a Cinderella stage from my teens, from my elementary to teens, and I grew out of that.
Right.
I didn't want to do that anymore. So when you put in certain medicines in people's body to make them dysphoria, to make them certain sex, and then guess what? If they want to change their mind and say I made a mistake, I can't live with that, and I won't live with that. And it doesn't fit in with how I was brought up because I wanted to get earrings, but I couldn't get earrings until I turned 18. So there's certain things that have not developed in that person, in that mind, in that brain, that they eventually, if once they mature, say, "Oh, okay, now I want to do this." But you can't do anything. You got your own benefits. But I'm not going to stress my family to another
Oh, damn, we lost him
missed him.
again. Oh, God.
Yeah, Maya, it was
Okay,
just
all
getting
right.
juicy too.
It was
Okay,
so
we'll
good.
wait. Well, no, it's okay. We'll wait for him to come back, and when he comes back, then he'll be able to speak again. Okay, you guys could speak on what you think about the topic. Blackberry, please, if you could go.
I think the same way. I would not do it to my child. I just feel like they're not mature enough, you know. I wouldn't tell them, I wouldn't just flat out say, no, you can't do that. I will support my child identity or whatever they identify as, but I'm not about to
Right.
put anything, we're not about to cut nothing. We're not going to
Right.
inject anything because your brain, to me, you're just not developed enough. So that's how I
Right.
see that. He's
Okay.
back.
Sorry.
Clover's back.
Okay, make sure
Yeah.
he goes on air. Okay. What about you, Nay? How do you feel? How do you feel
People
about
in
it? Man, I keep
people
losing
in
my
the
menu.
hood, people in the ghetto cannot afford that type of change in their child's body. People in the ghetto,
Okay,
we don't have those type
they're
of
rich?
benefits.
What if they're rich? What
Well,
if they're
they
rich
can,
though?
and that's on them. But I'm just saying, as somebody that's in the lower income bracket, that can act my child. If they want to have a sex change, we can't talk about that until your ass get grown and bring some income in this house and can pay for your own doctor bill. That's
Right.
Say
Right. Okay. All right. But okay,
That's
but you
it.
still haven't said what if you were rich though? Would you be willing to would you
I
be
still
willing to
wouldn't.
support
I
that?
still wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Right.
because how can I say I'm in grade 12 when I'm in the first grade?
Right. Yes. Okay. All right. That makes
Yeah,
a
I want
lot
to
of
be
sense.
in the 12th grade, but
Right. Right. Okay.
I still haven't learned. I haven't learned.
Right.
I'm not in that space yet.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. I'm still learning. There's still a process. There's still something that has to mature in me. So
Yes.
when they get to that level of maturity, when they have a level of understanding, you can change whatever you want to change, chop off what you want to chop off, and add what you want to add.
Right.
Subtract and add. You can do that when you're over 18.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
can
What
make
do you
your
think,
own money
Gabby?
and do
What do you
what you want to
think?
do.
But when you go through a level of development, you can't dictate to me at that point.
Right.
It says re-enter, y'all. I gotta re-enter.
No, don't re-enter. Just
don't
stay.
re-enter.
Just hit stay.
Stay.
I
Press
don't know
stay
what the
here.
hell
Say
that
stay
is.
here?
Stay
Stay
tripping.
here.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
stay
just
here.
stay here.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah, that's
Stay here.
the front row is horrible, and Altspace needs to get it together because this is horrible. Gabby,
Not
it's
on
okay.
CD.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
What, Gabby? Give us your perspective. Oh, Nay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nay.
Okay.
She or he?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they can't hear you. Go on amplify. Nay,
They
they
need to
can't
go
hear
on
you.
amplify. They need to go on
Nay,
amplify.
go on amplify. They
You're on
can't hear you.
amplify.
They can't hear you. Yes. Thank you, Kimmy. Rob.
Sometimes
Can
it
you hear me
just
now?
kicks you off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
is.
can hear you.
Kicked
Can
me
you
off,
guys
but
hear now?
my
Can you hear
brother
it, Kimmy?
was gay at around 5. He was so embarrassed, so he didn't have friends. He didn't know how to communicate. He didn't know how to tell my mom or no one in my family that he wanted to be a girl. You can see it in him, you can hear it in him and everything. And he didn't make the decision to be a transgender until he was 22. He was older, he didn't make his own money, and he did get the surgery over 6 years ago. And I'm gonna tell you this: she a bad bitch. You hear me? My brother is a bad bitch. You would not
Well,
believe
your brother is no
he was
longer
a
a
bitch.
brother, though. Now
will do.
listen,
Let me
let's
tell
do
you-
this. Hold on, real quick. No, well, hold on, real
Hey,
quick.
go
Chloe.
ahead,
Your
Chloe.
brother is no longer
We
a
got
brother.
you.
So,
Are you gone again?
if you do refer
No, I'm
to
here.
him, no, I told him, to hold
Go
on.
ahead, Chloe.
What the fuck? Can you not hear me?
Chloe.
Gabby.
Chloe.
Chloe.
I'm still here, but I might
Go
I might
ahead.
start
We're waiting
laughing.
on you.
Go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
talk.
We can
No,
hear
I'm
you.
just saying I don't agree with the surgery part, but if they wanted to dress in certain attire, I wouldn't disown them, and I wouldn't be ashamed. But as far as body parts,
anything
brain
permanent.
activity, anything permanent, you got it.
I
But
would
if they
say
want to
no.
do if they wanted to do
No.
external stuff, I wouldn't care.
I
But
wouldn't say no.
you are dealing with the metaphysical and the physical, there's a difference. But they can dress like that all day long.
You don't
but you know what?
know.
I went through when I went through the Cinderella stage, and I used to put my mama's dresses on. My mom was the one that was mad. My daddy was the one was like, "You better take that off when she get here." But he didn't care.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So my daddy was not that type of person. He was more worried about what my mama would say than if she catch you with her dress on, if she catch you with her wig on, blah blah blah. But I
usually it's the other way around.
No,
yeah, no,
the
the
man
dad
is
is
doing
harder.
that.
Normally the dad is harder. Yeah.
Right.
But
usually
he
the
knew
other
who
way
I
around.
was as a person. He knew
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we lost him.
Yeah, see,
But
no,
What
yeah, like
about
when
you,
you're
Will?
young, you don't know.
yeah, the only difference with me is I wouldn't mind if he did want to say, like, if he was 5 and he said, "Mom, I want to be a girl." I'm not gonna say, "Okay, let's get this money so you can get the surgery." I'm not gonna say that, but I will try my best to put him on a wig. I would do this because nowadays I work with a lot of people with mental health, and I speak for a lot of people that are gay, homosexual. I speak with a lot of these people, and I understand how they feel. They are scared to come out to the world. Some parents don't accept it. My grandmother, she does not accept my brother at all. And I'm gonna tell
Can
you
y'all
this,
hear me?
she will not
Can
talk to him,
y'all
she will
hear
not
me?
look his way or anything. But you know, back in those days, there was no gay people.
That is true.
There was nothing of
They were
that. That
very
was an
closeted.
abomination. That was an
Yes.
abomination.
Yes.
And my
Can you
grandmother,
hear me? I
she
can't hear
thinks
you.
that she's from Mississippi, and
What
that's
the
just the way
fuck?
she feel. I go to my brother's shows. He dances
Y'all
all the time. I love to go.
row no
There's
more.
some of the
Y'all
coolest
hear me?
people you
They
know,
don't
but
hear
a
me.
lot of
We're not
them
doing
are
front row
hurt
no more.
because a lot of them
Y'all,
do
it'll
lose
be
their
30
family for
people.
this. A lot of them
We're not
don't
doing
know
that anymore.
who they can run to or who they can talk to. And all my people that I talk to in mental health, most of them be gay and want to come out to their family.
Yeah.
Can you
Half
hear
of
me
my
now?
clients
hard.
are that's their main issue. So for my kid, I would not mind. I would
Y'all
go out
got
of
me
my
fucked
way
up.
to let them know who they are. If you want to be a girl, we're gonna be a bitch together. Let's go.
Yes.
Mini skirts
Yes.
and crop
It's gonna
tops,
be some
ponytails and buns. Let's go. That's something you got to do when you get a little older. But if you say, my sons come to me, I have 2 boys. They come to me and say, "Mama, I'm gay and I want to be this." I'm support. We want to get wigs. We want to get lace fronts. We doing all that, period. We doing all that. But besides the surgery part, I will be like, "Okay, babe, that's something you gotta cut your dick off by yourself." Okay? Mama can't cut that off. Mama gonna help you tuck it.
Girl,
Mama gonna teach you how to tuck it. That's what mommy gonna do. But I can't remove it from you, but mommy gonna teach you how to cut it. And I just like to think about that.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We've
hear
been
you.
talking this whole time, and you guys have
I
not
didn't
been
hear
able to
you.
hear me.
No,
Oh,
we are
no,
not.
we didn't hear you.
No, I know. Listen, it ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Go back to the old studio because where we can fit 80 people, because for some reason, front row has too many problems, and we're gonna go back to the old studio to be able to accommodate 80 people. Because this is an atrocity.
It's always
okay.
something.
So now
with
I'm
all
going to
space.
speak. Now I'm going to speak. Now, Nay, I love your stance on it, but when you talk about your brother, he is no longer your brother anymore.
No, he's not. He's not.
Yeah, so I
He's
know enough to know that, yeah, you don't address him as your brother. I get that you're telling the story, and I'm sure you don't in real life, but even
Oh,
in,
hell no. He
yeah,
probably
but
would fight
even
me.
in yeah, but even in speaking about her, you know, in a story, it needs to remain her. It should never be him. It should never be he. It should always remain her.
Or
Because
my brother. It should be my sister.
because at the end of the day, we haven't gone through it, But because I'm an empath and I can put myself in people's shoes and understand fully what they go through, I know that for me, I would not have gone through that change and want to ever be known or addressed as that person that I am no longer. So, and I love the way that you feel about that. Now, for me, I'm going to speak about how I would do it. Yes, I have a gay son, and my son, he only wants to be, a boy. He only wants to be a man. Now, had he told me when he was younger that he wanted to be a girl, I was a different type of mom. I'm not gonna lie to you. Back then, I probably would not have supported it, but because I'm older now, and more mature, because my kids, when I had my kids, I was young. So, but now medically, no, I wouldn't. I would not allow them to do anything medically until they were 18. And as Chloe said, we're more mature and be able to make better decisions for themselves. Now, would I allow them to dress and identify as the sex that they believe that they are supposed to be? Yeah, I definitely would let them dress that way. I kind of had an issue with the little girl Jazz. You guys have seen the show I Am Jazz? Is that the show's name? I Am Jazz. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. Well,
Where does it come
she's
on?
younger.
Netflix?
TLC.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never seen
TLC. Yeah, well, she was younger, and her parents supported her fully, even medically, where they were allowing her to get the change. I didn't watch the show like that to be able to get full information about it, but yeah, medically, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe 16, 17. Because we don't know what it takes unless you do your research. We don't know what it takes. So it maybe then, and when they're a teenager, maybe I probably would be open to it, because then the change would be less severe for them than as an adult.
Yeah.
And give them more time to adjust to it, and in their adult life they can go out into the world and be introduced as the people that they are, instead of having to explain at every turn who they want to be, who they wouldn't have
Right.
to go through that. So that's my stance on it. DJ, would you like to give your input on this subject?
Sure. Can y'all hear me up there?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. I think with that situation it'd be a little tricky. And the reason being is because I have not really had anybody, whether it be my family or anybody that has come out as, for one, gay or like transgender or what have you. So if it came from my son, this will probably be son or daughter. This would probably be the first conversation that I've had, and I probably would need a little help with that conversation as well. Right away, I don't think I would feel comfortable in just saying, okay, well, yeah, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and go get all the, like Nate said, body parts chopped off and all that. I do think that'd be something that I'd wait until they were 18, or they can make their own decision when they're grown.
Right.
And in that conversation that I had with them, I think I would let them know, like, it's okay to be the way that you are, what you're feeling, but at the same time, if this is something that you're going to go through with, whether it be now or later on in life, then not everybody is going to think the same way as you and think that that's acceptable. And people that, there are some people that whether it be gay shame or transgender shame, people out there or whatever, and that may be something that you go through. But I would let them know that either way, I love you regardless, and I'm going to be there in your corner.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I feel like
I
that's
love
I feel like
that.
that's the main part right there that a lot of parents miss, is that they just go right for the, oh, well, you can't be gay, you can't do this or that. They don't show as much support, and that's what leads all these children to doing crazy things, having suicidal thoughts, things of that sort or whatever. So
Man,
support,
say
I
it.
believe
Say
support is
it.
the main piece in that
It is
in
the
that
main
sense.
piece.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, let me stop real quick. If anybody has Celciano, in what room is Celciano in? If you guys can tell me, because I want to bring him up here as the
Let me
alternate
see.
man in the middle.
Which one?
And I need to go to the room that he's in. Celciano.
Did he raise his hand?
No,
I
I
see
just want to
him.
know what room is he in?
He's
Can you
room
make him
4.
host?
I
Can you
made
make him
him.
host?
Let me give him stage access.
I want him host. He
Okay,
has
I
to be
see him right
host.
there. He
Can
is.
you make him
yeah.
host?
I gave
Can
him
There
you?
he is. I see
amplify
him.
and stage as access. You can come up.
Okay, cool, awesome. Okay,
All right.
can you guys
Okay,
hear me?
Celsiano.
Yeah, we
Yes.
hear
Yes, we
you.
hear
We'll
you.
be
Okay.
having Celsiano be our man in the middle because Chloe has been having technical difficulties, and I just want to keep somebody up here with the topic to give the male perspective. And we'll be going to the audience here in a moment. So please raise your hand if you want to speak on this topic. Go ahead, Celsiano.
So just I want to say first and foremost, I've liked a lot of what I've heard from everybody.
Yeah.
I'll say just as from myself, 'cause we met the other day actually, Boss Diva, at the Magic
Yes.
City place.
Yes.
Was that I love hearing how open everyone is with their kids as far as like if they were to come to you about, hey, I'm feeling some sort of way, and how open you guys are to that, and how you're willing to kind of just like take care of whatever their needs are as far as like when it comes to let's start like making physical changes. Yeah, I totally agree. I don't think as a child they're 100% sure on stuff like that, and as everyone was saying, you
Yes.
know, when they get older and they're 18 or older, whatever, that's the time frame they should probably start to think about this
Right.
might be what I want to do. And that's
Right.
I think that's absolutely true. True. You know, and kind of what you guys were saying before, you know, it's like if you want to dress up, like for me, because me myself, I'm a gay man myself. For me,
Oh,
I've not been
okay.
the one that's had like thoughts like that where I wanted to like dress up or anything like that. Like I'm 100% comfortable just being a male who just likes other
Right.
males.
Right.
So I don't know what that feels like myself. Like so I can't begin to understand it. But one of my best friends, he recently, like he's 28, so he is a now, he was a she before. You know, I think about that. Sometimes it takes that long in your lifetime
Yeah.
to finally realize or get to that point where you're comfortable doing it and then starting that process and such. What Boss Diva was saying, I think I might know what you're talking about with the that TV show I Am Jazz, something like that. I think what
Yes.
they did for her was that they had her on hormone blockers. If I'm correct, I could be wrong, but I think they went ahead and put her on
Yes.
hormone blockers
Yeah, I think
immediately.
so. Yes.
I don't think that's the right decision to go about. Also, too, because as y'all were saying, you know, at some point in life, if they were to get older, they might decide they don't want to do. They want to like detransition, and then that's a whole process in
Yes.
itself, right?
Woo.
But so it's definitely a lot for sure. And as far as the DJ goes, I love that everything that he was talking about as well. As someone who he just can admit that, you know, hey, I have no experience with this. I have no friends, family,
Right.
no, you know, what have you.
Yes.
But I need, or I'm willing to have someone come in and give me that knowledge, right? To say,
Yes.
here's like the playbook, right? Like I like that's
Right.
how I feel a lot of parents probably should handle it. I get everyone's different though, and that's like asking for the best case scenario, right?
Right.
As like someone like me who had a mother, which, and I get it, like me, I came out when I was 18, I mean not 18, 15, to my mother, which is in a really messed up situation. Wasn't the best way to go about it. Long story short, me and my boyfriend at the time got outed by his family. We're in the middle of doing the, you know, and so so that wasn't like the best way for his family to find out. And then I think I don't know what was in me. I had some sort of weird guilt that made me want to tell my mom that night. And we tried to talk about it, and it took a long build up. But at the end of it, she was just like, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're feeling. You're not like that, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
This is also someone like me. I also grew up Mormon, so that's a whole thing.
Oh, wow.
But
Wow.
yeah, there's a lot. But as parents, you know, me, I had someone that told me, no, you're wrong. That's not what you like. You don't know. You're too young. But at the same time, no, I'm fully capable of making that thought and knowing what I'm feeling, even at 15, 16, I think so, that I can understand what I'm feeling and what it is and how I might be quote unquote different from other people. Because hell, I even know, like me growing up, and I'm sure like a lot of people, and a lot of it too, I think has to do with
how you grew up, how your parents were, and things like that, because they put on their ideologies onto you, because based off it's that's probably how their parents did them, which is totally understandable. And that's totally fine. So like, my mother, who wasn't capable of even having that conversation with me, because in her mind, this is wrong, that's not how it should be, this isn't the societal norm, and this and that.
Right.
However, but we have people like you guys, who are probably not, who I imagine are probably in another generation than my mother, who are like, we're now open, we've now been exposed to it in our lifetimes, that we understand that people are just different. Not everyone's the same, and you can't put everyone in the same category. Essentially, we can't say you're a man, you're a woman, and that's how you live your life. Or it's no different as to women having the role back in the day of just being like a housewife to just birth kids and be at home, cooking and cleaning, things like that. We're in a way born and bred to believe that that's usually how life should go, and you should be happy and be fine. But we all know that that's not realistic.
Exactly.
So I think all that kind of ties in hand, because I know, like, for Chloe, and I'm not speaking bad about it, but like Chloe's an older, in my opinion, like I believe he's an older gay male. So a lot of experiences that he might have had as a kid, from what he was referring to about wanting to wear dresses and things like that, that's also from perspective of someone whose parents live even farther back in the day than my own.
Right.
And then they were like, oh, definitely not. We used to be in a day and age where it was illegal just to be in the same space that was deemed as like a gay bar or place where homosexuals like group together and stuff. So to see it now where everyone is at a point in life and society where we can all be open and honest and have these conversations, and just allow that people to just be themselves and not have to put any sort of pressures or anything like that. Because as you were saying before, as lady to my left was mentioning, Ms. Nay, was that people have all these mental queer people in general go through all these things in life where you're taught and brought up to believe that you're wrong for how you are. And
I missed him. I can't hear him.
Oh, I don't know what happened. I don't. Okay.
No,
Sorry.
he's still on there. It's still working.
Let me see. Can I make him? I don't know how to. I gotta go to. Is he still talking? Gabby, why is your hand raised? Your hand's raised for some reason. Wow. Yeah.
You can ignore that.
It's okay. Dismiss it.
He's not in my room. Oh yeah. He was. Now he left.
Okay.
He was in my room.
Okay, is that good now? I think I got it now.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
But no, so kind of like what I was saying about what Miss Nay was saying earlier, was that there are a lot of people
We need to go to the audience soon too. But go ahead. I'm
okay,
sorry.
yeah. Who like grow up and they start to feel like they're wrong for being who they want to be and having these feelings, so they repress it and they keep it down to themselves, and it just affects them later on in life, and that affects suicidal rates and things like that. Me myself, even before I got to the point where I was able to tell my mom, I attempted suicide myself. Thank God it didn't happen. Thank God I'm still here. But I'm very much so one of those kids who grew up listening to things around me and having other people express their opinions that affected me in a way that made me believe I was wrong, that how I was feeling was some sort of like an abomination, or you going to hell, things like that. All those things that you hear, all those negative things, like that was all inside of me, and it built up in me enough to feel like I don't need to be here anymore, or I shouldn't be here anymore. And so I think when it comes to us and our children, us and our children, I think we just need to be a little bit more open. And granted, I don't have kids, right? So I can't tell anyone how to be a parent. I can't tell anyone how they should parent their children whatsoever. I have no right to do that. I understand. However, if I were to have a child, I know that if my child came to me and was like, "Hey, Dad, this is how I'm feeling. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to deal this and that." Me as a queer person, so I understand those pressures and things like that of society. So myself, I'm more suited to have a kid to understand, like, okay, we can take care of you, this and that, get your needs, whatever you need for yourself to feel good. We can work that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I hope for everyone, whether it's someone that needs or everyone around, is that if your kids come to you with these things, just try to be open, try to be clear with them as well. Like, if we decide to do this, this is what you're signing up for.
Right.
They might be a little young to depending on the age, they might be a little young to understand it fully. Like, I don't think maybe like a 5 or 6-year-old might understand the full process of everything, but someone in their teens can probably get a good understanding. And then kids are growing up now where everything is out there. Like, my nephew, who's like 11 years old, could fully talk to me about sex right now if he wanted to. He's 11 years old. So things like that.
Yes. Okay. Listen, I want to go to the audience real
Yeah,
quick,
no, go
but
ahead.
real quick, I'm
Sorry.
going to see. Yeah, we have to
No,
go
you're
to the
good.
audience, but I want to redistribute these rooms because they're a little spread out. So if you get requested redistribute, go ahead and hit re-enter so we can get these other rooms for. What room are you in? What room are you in? What room?
I'm
are
in
you
room
Gabby?
3.
Okay, what room are you in there? Okay,
I'm
what
in
room are
2.
you in, Gabby? Okay, all right. So, if you guys get that request, please go ahead and click redistribute so we can it doesn't have to. I think the mics will work better also if we don't have so many rooms open. Okay, did everybody get the redistribute? If
I
you
didn't.
did, go ahead and hit re-enter. You didn't. What room are you in?
3.
Yeah, it don't look like anybody moved from room 4. Nobody moved from room 4. Nobody. Okay.
Nobody moved from room 2,
Oh,
but I
wait.
don't think
I
we're
don't
pretty
want anybody
good.
to
Like, we're pretty full.
move from room 4. I want them to redistribute from room 4. That's the only room that I'm worried about redistributing is room 4 because they can be in room 2 and 3. All right. Yeah. See, that's good. That's good. That's good. If you get the request, please just hit re-enter. And we're about to go to the audience for your input. That way, because I don't need to keep asking people to click on the audience for participation. If you're so still have somebody in because if people aren't redistributing, so please make sure there's one of the hosts in room 3 and room 4 so we can go to these people. Gabby, your hand is still raised. Click the raise hand button so you can go off a
They're
hand raise.
redistributing
Please.
at room 4.
Okay.
So that's good.
All right. So whoever's in room 4, whichever one of our hosts is in room 4, Drop, please come down to the mic. We're going to the audience now. Drop, please come down to the mic. And let's audience members, because we don't have a lot of time, we're here till 11:15. Yes, and this is a very touchy subject. Let's please try to keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. And I will watch the time and I will politely let you know that you're getting to that. And then you can re-raise your hand if need, but let's give everybody a chance to talk. So Drop, please come down to the mic, and whatever host has room 4 is in room 4. Please go ahead and put him on air.
Drop.
Gabby, you're in room 4, right?
No, I'm in room 2, but I just put him on air.
You did? Okay.
Can you talk, Drop?
Oh.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I had to go away for a second, but I did want to make sure I'm speaking on the right topic. It's about basically a child approaches you wanting to be transgender and how you approach it with them, to sum it up.
Yeah. Would you support it? And if you would, at what age? And if not, why not?
I'm going to say that I wouldn't support it, and the reason why I wouldn't support it because
Turn TV down, please.
That's not me.
Sorry.
And the reason why I find transgenders fascinating is because I can understand homosexuality and lesbianism. You may want to get screwed by a particular person. You may want to do the screwing of a particular person. I understand that. What I don't understand is someone saying that they want to be another gender role. Because in my opinion, gender roles were man-made. So if you're a man that wants to be in the role of a woman, you want to be man's predefined definition of a woman. So therefore, that's not something that you were born with. Now, if anything, what I would basically do is try to get an understanding on why my child wants to make this change. As far as clothing and everything, it, I'm not sure how I handle that, but I'll probably let them pick out their own clothing. But I do understand that we're in the age of influence, and the LBGQ and whatever acronyms are associated with it further, they have a large influence. And I wouldn't want that to be the motivation to my child making the choice because they saw something somewhere, they heard something was cool, or anything of those lines. But when you're telling me that you want to be another predefined man-made gender, that tells me that that's something that needs to be investigated further, because you're not telling me you want to be gay. You're not telling me that you're a lesbian. You're telling me you want to be something that was predefined by man. So I think that requires a little bit more investigation.
Okay, so when you say that, are you saying that they don't know what they want to be if they're saying that they want to be the opposite sex of what they were born?
Well, so let's go into what the typical gender roles were. The typical gender roles were men were the breadwinners. They did the more masculine things. They lift the sofa. They cut the grass. That was their gender role. Women tend to do more household duties and things of that nature. So if you're telling me that you want to change a role for you as a man, then basically you're telling me that you don't want to do those duties. That has nothing to do with sexuality. Now, the realm of sexuality is based off of who you want to screw and who you want to be screwed by. Now, if you're not
Okay.
at an age to even be thinking about that,
Okay,
you see
stop
where I'm
real quick.
going
I'm
with it.
sorry. Yeah, but okay, real quick because you only have a minute left, so I want to interject real quick. Now, because I can't really speak on transgender because I never wanted to be transgender. I was comfortable being who I was born as. So for us to speak on that, we really can't speak on that. Like, you know what I mean? You're speaking in a scientific manner. You are comfortable being who you are, who you were born as. So when we speak on that, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. When we speak on that and we try to speak against it, unless you
I didn't
live it,
speak against
you
it.
really no. Well, you kind of did speak against it because you're basically saying that, you know, um, th- correct me if I'm wrong. You're basically saying they want to be that because of the influence that they've gotten from society or whatever,
No, what I
not
said
because
that
they.
gender roles
So
are man
why do you think
defined.
they want to be? Why do you think they want to be something other than what they're born as?
And
Why do
that's
you
what I
feel like?
said, and that's what I said would need to be investigated further. I said
Okay,
gender
okay,
roles have been
all right,
predefined by man.
okay,
Man created the
yeah,
roles of women, man created the roles of men. So for a child to
okay.
say that they want to be a transgender, there needs to be a thorough investigation to understand what is it that makes them want to be transgender.
Well, I would hope any parent would not just allow their child to just go down that avenue without investigating it and seeing, doing their fact checks and seeing what it takes. I would hope that any parent would do that, especially if a child comes to you. So that, I think that's understood. That doesn't even need to be said unless they have a parent who really just doesn't, I won't say that doesn't care, but maybe they're obtuse. But okay, we're going to go to somebody else. Drop. Please raise your hand if you want to come back down. I do want to get to the other audience members. Thank you, thank you. I don't disagree fully with what you said either, but thank you. Okay, Nona Rose, please come down to the mic.
No, we said Nona, not Rune. Rune, please move.
Yeah, Nona Rose. Yeah, Room. You don't even have your hand raised, do you? Oh, Room does, but Room,
What
you're
the
probably
fuck? Kick. Bye bye.
I can't hear him.
You are kicked.
I just
Goodbye.
kicked him.
I kicked him too.
Wow.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
I didn't even hear him, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, you don't
Don't
want to
worry.
hear him.
We didn't
You
want
don't
to.
want to. You didn't want
All
to.
right. The trolls.
Yeah. Nah, it was
Big
fucked
time.
up. All right. Nona,
Okay.
go ahead.
Nona?
This is what I hate about
Man,
front
how
row.
come we
This
heard
is
the fucked up
ridiculous.
person? We can't hear the right person.
Right. Come back down. Move away. Come back to the mic. No, please. Move away and then come back
How
down
do I
to it.
block him if I kicked him? Can I do that?
As long as you didn't allow re-entry, he can't get back in. Nona, come all the way down to the mic. All the way down in front of it.
Nona, are you talking?
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah,
come all
okay,
the
we
way
hear
down
you.
in front of the mic.
I didn't actually have my hand up. I just wanted to apologize. I came because you told me to, but I didn't really have a question. I think that was by accident.
Okay,
So
honey.
I'm
Thank you.
really
love
sorry.
you,
Thank
Nona.
Okay.
I said, yeah.
Thank you for coming, Nona.
Hello,
Thank
everyone.
you.
I'm just gonna go back to the
Bye.
seat now.
All
We
right.
love
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay. Slim Jim, please come down to the mic. Please go up to the mic if you want to speak. Come down to the mic. You will be kicked immediately. Man, listen, I don't know what y'all trolls thought for real. Like, I swear I don't. And I'm
For
glad I didn't
real.
hear whoever it was.
Oh, be glad you didn't hear that shit.
Right.
All right. Is Slim Jim coming down to the mic? If not, okay. So let's go to Jerry the Tire Guy. Jerry the Tire Guy, please come down to the mic and go directly in front of the mic.
Where's Jerry? Oh, there he is.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello. Hello. God.
Hey. So, the question was, will I support my child? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think kids should be exposed to sex in the first place, right? So how can they know if they're gay at 5 or 6 or whatever, unless something dramatic happened to them? At the end of the day, it's like, I really feel like, if they want to make that decision when they're older, out my house or whatever, that's on them. I will still love my child, even though that's not what I believe in. But I still love my child. I believe that, men are born men, women are born women, and any change of that's on one's, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people may feel something different, but that doesn't really mean that you're,
Are you directly in front of the mic? Are you directly in front of the mic?
We don't hear you anymore, Jerry.
Back up away from the mic and come back down to the mic, Jerry.
Here, let me put you back on
You have to back
amplify.
up that far.
All right, go ahead, Jerry. Try it.
I ain't say pick the
Try
mic
it.
up. All I said was go in front of the mic and talk.
hey, man, I'm
Jerry,
start
talk.
singing. How about now?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Y'all didn't hear me the whole time?
We heard
we
you
heard you
now.
half the
Go
time.
ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You only
okay.
got 1
All
minute left.
All
All right, can I claim my time back, please? 30 seconds.
No, we heard the beginning.
Claim my time.
You're eating your time up.
All right.
Right
All
now.
right, you got your time.
So thank you. So all I'm saying is that I would not necessarily support my child in that decision unless they were, I won't say unless they have to be out my house. Like, if they want to make that decision, they can make that decision as an adult. I don't think kids are mentally capable making a rational decision to make that such a major decision like that. So, and some people, the kids are like that because they kind of give them the choice whether they want to be a boy or girl, even though I think it was decided at birth. And other people come into that type of decision because that's what they're exposed to. They might be raised by a whole bunch of women. They don't have men in the house where they actually see a man kind of being a man. They see the mom put on makeup. They see the 4 sisters put on makeup, and they want to put on makeup because that's all they know.
Man, no, I gotta
I'm just saying,
It make any
I
sense.
understand this.
I don't know,
Listen,
Jerry.
listen, I
That
understand.
don't make no sense, right? You know that
It
don't
does
make no
make
sense at all.
sense.
You
Hey,
sound so smart, but you don't know
I
how
want
to run
my
that
time.
sounded. I
I'm gonna
apologize.
claim my time. I'm gonna claim my time.
No,
No,
you're
it's not ignorant.
not saying that.
People don't become like. I love you.
said that, Mike, because you got life bent. Nope. Because at the end of the day, what you just said makes no sense. All of my sons see me do women things. They see me put on makeup. They've seen me dress as a female. They've seen my female parts. So only one of my sons are gay. So your theory makes no sense. If that was the case, all my children would be gay. All of them would want to be women. Come on, man. If y'all gonna say, the thing is, maybe we shouldn't have brought this up because we can't really speak about it because we don't go through it ourselves. I would have preferred to have someone up here that goes through it and can speak intelligently about it, because what you just said made no sense whatsoever. It really doesn't. The theory is garbage. The theory is garbage. Jerry, okay, I'm going to let you speak for 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. That's all I can give you. I can't with you.
I can't even hear him. I don't see him. There you go.
Okay, I muted him.
There
Go
he
ahead.
is.
Go ahead, Jerry.
I see him.
Let me hover.
I
Hold
don't
on.
hear him.
We probably. Oh yeah, Al, I've been wanting to block you. Yeah, Al, I'm glad you in here. I wanted to block you. You still ain't changed that black skin. Yep. Go ahead, Jerry.
Just because you had an experience like that doesn't mean that it's necessary.
You
He's
ain't
not
amplified.
He's
Maybe
not
because you don't
amplified.
need to talk. Maybe because you don't need to talk. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Man. All right, Jupiter, come down to this mic. You know, you trolls, I promise y'all. Man, I ain't gonna do with y'all because this is a very important subject. So I'm not even gonna waste my time arguing with y'all today.
Jerry's still down here trying to talk.
Jerry, put the mic down and let Jupiter come get that mic. Thank you. Put the mic down. This motherfucker. Am I gonna have to kick you, Jerry? I don't want to kick you. I like you. I don't want to kick you. I promise I don't. Pick the mic up. If you well, wait for it to regenerate, Jupiter, please. Oh, I shouldn't. I don't know why I got a talk show. I don't know.
Is the man in the middle still up here with us? Because they said they can't see him.
I don't see anybody. Stiliano is not here. So if somebody else want to take his place, message us, not Jerry. Message us and let us know for real.
It don't matter because the show would be over. It should just be audience stuff anyway. So you good.
Yeah. Well, drop. Listen, it's not that. Listen, I can't have a show like this even if I don't like what the audience says. If what the audience is saying, oh, okay, go on air, Stiliano. Oh, we gotta make him. We gotta put Stiliano on air. Raise your hand again. I can't have a show like this if I don't like what the audience says.
there he
Drop.
is.
Yes, I can. And
I see him.
I have an open
is that
mind.
what it was? I've been talking the whole time.
all the time. I don't know if I necessarily believe in the genetic makeup of a person being, so what, I don't know if I believe in that. I do believe that there is something that happened previously within the family unit. Something happened, it could be a series of things. I'm just saying that for the topic to be, would you want your child to be transgender? I mean, what age you want to accept your child to be transgender? I mean, that's like a, I mean, we need to, can we back up and kind of peel back the, no, I feel I feel you.
That's the topic though. So I get what you're saying, but that is the topic. So
I feel you.
yeah, and nothing has to happen in your family dynamic for you to want to be transgender. Nothing has to happen in your family dynamic to make you gay. Nothing like that. This is the thing. Like, I get what Drop is saying. I definitely, but you have to make sense. And I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense. Tell me what could have happened in your family dynamic that made you want to be transgender. Tell me what could have happened in your family dynamic that made you want to be gay. So since you want to discuss, and I need to go to another. I need to go to another audience member because we have quite a few and we don't have a lot of time. So
sure.
we'll discuss that. We'll discuss that later. But if you can kind of wrap up, I'll give you a minute to talk about that, about what I just asked you.
I mean, there's several things that could happen. My cousin, for instance, his mother was a prostitute. She saw men coming in and out the house. She was not taking care of her family. My sister had to take care of her child. He was surrounded by women his whole life. Every man that he was around wasn't about nothing, didn't have a job, couldn't express himself. You know what I'm saying? So he grew up around women, seeing women do all these things to themselves. And now he's entering high school, and he doesn't. He's coming to me trying to play a sport. But he's trying to pretend to be a man at this point. So he's never had the opportunity to see men around him that are strong, intelligent, about their business.
That means he can't be a strong, intelligent man because he hasn't had a strong, intelligent man around him. My sons,
absolutely.
I have five
absolutely.
Sons. One of my sons are gay. One. Thank you, Jupiter. Thank you. One of my sons, not five of them. One of them. They were raised by me and my mother. One of my sons are gay. One. Bethany, please come down to the mic.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
I am so excited that you called on me, and I think this show is great.
Thank you.
Okay, so the question is would I accept it? Now, would I accept it about what age? It's not about if I were to accept it. Now, my son, real life, he was about 6 years old, and I see my son, he's in the driveway, and we're trying to leave to go somewhere, and he's got his teddy bear, and he's dancing in circles, and he is a ballerina. And I'm like, Vinny, dancing in circles with his. I knew when he was young. I didn't know, but I questioned. And you know what? That love that you have for your child is immense. It holds nothing. It's unconditional. Anyway,
right.
Fast forward 6 years later is when he said, Mom, I have to talk to you. And he's just turned 18 and he knows it all and he's not at home, which is hard.
Right.
It's hard. But anyway, when he was, fast forward from 6 to 12 years old, he's in the 7th grade and he tells me, I have to talk to you. And he says, you know what his first words were to me? He said, I don't want you to get too excited. Okay? Because he knows how my stance is. I have unbelievable amount of friends that are gay, transgender, drag queens, you name it. It's a lot. It's like 90% of them, I would say. Anyway, so he knows this because he knows And he says, I don't want you to get too excited and like it's not about excited. I think the issue that parents have, and you said that you in the middle, I think he said that, you know, he's not a parent, so he can't really say is a child. So your input does matter. Your input does matter. You're right. You have knowledge to give to other people.
Right.
But
Right.
it's not about like what I accept like for their intellect and their mind and who they are versus what they have underneath their clothes. Okay, but if my child was to be transgender, like it crossed my mind that could he be? And I know, I know a woman who her parents at a young enough age, you know, if I see my kid and my kid is 8 years old and he's like in what, the second grade, and he's putting on high heels and he's trying to be a girl and he's getting ridiculed at school for this, do you think that he is choosing to be ridiculed by his peers to choose that life at such a young age? Now if my child comes to me at 16 years old and has these ideas, you know, we're going to talk about them more. I will definitely entertain these ideas, but if my child was to come to me at, you know, 6 years old, you know, 5 years old, and I see them growing 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they are predominantly female, they are a diva, and I can see it. They are more female than I am, because I know a woman whose parents saw that in their child young, and they did start the hormone therapy, and hormone therapy can be important because you would see this woman who is a model and she is beautiful, and you would never know that she is transgender.
Right.
And so hormone therapy can make a big difference on their life as an adult, because that Adam's apple, hormone therapy blocks that Adam's apple.
It sure
So you're
do.
not going to have a 22-year-old person who's trying to, you know.
Oh shoot, I think I did that by mistake. Hold on. Oh, hold on.
Sorry, I know my time is almost up. I talk too much.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
been up,
do.
but listen. I let you go further because you know I feel like you had a lot to say. But yeah, I do want to get to the other audience members. Bethany, if you don't
Is this
mind.
show every week? Can I just
Every
say, is
Tuesday.
the show every week?
Yes, ma'am. Every
All
Tuesday
right,
at 9
thank you.
p.m. Eastern. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. This is great.
Please
Thank
come
you.
back. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay, now listen. Because I don't want Drop or Jerry to think some people are not gonna like what I'm about to do. I know somebody in particular that's not gonna like what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna let y'all take these audience members because I don't want them to. I need y'all to also speak to them. You know, I don't want to I don't want to be the only one speaking. And I can tend to go a little hard. So I'm gonna let you other hosts go ahead and take these and talk to the audience members when they come down to the mic. And I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna talk off the mic. Just for now. Don't get comfortable. Off. Drop. Please re-raise your hand. Jerry, please re-raise your hand if y'all want to come up. I'm not going to
they
say
don't need
anything.
to talk no more.
I want y'all to talk to them.
They both
I want to
heard
hear to say what
talk.
they want to say.
They already
Okay,
said
all
what
right,
they gotta
Mr. Walt.
say.
Mr. Walt is next. Mr. Walt, please come to the mic. Please come to the mic. I am muting myself. I have nothing to say. I'm muting myself.
Well,
Okay,
please don't say
Mr.
nothing
Walt.
stupid.
Go ahead, Mr. Walt.
That's on y'all. Y'all do it. I
Mr.
ain't
Walt.
doing nothing.
Oh, we can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself? No, we still can't hear you. But it looks like you got VR now. Congrats.
Well, he's been had VR. He's been had that.
Oh. Okay.
He's been had that. He just
It's just
now
a choice.
Can you say something?
All right,
Yeah.
try it now.
Am
There
I-
we go.
I hear you.
Okay, don't touch
Okay,
anything.
all right. All right, for one thing, I need to ask Boss to, Boss, come on. I enjoy talking to you, so unmute
I
your mic,
know.
please. I'm sorry.
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying
Okay,
nothing.
hey, I'm gonna see if I can get a rise out of you. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
If my son or child, came to me with that question, I was certainly, okay. Somebody muted me.
We hear
No,
you.
we hear
though.
you.
Okay. Very personal experience. Fortunately, years ago, I was very familiar with a family, very functional family, so I can't say that his choices was from a traumatic experience or non-functional family, but he trusted me more than he trusted his own stepdaddy. And he shared a whole lot of things with me. They moved away, he decided to stay here. And then further on, he sat down and he asked me that question. He wanted to get his plumbing change out. Okay, all right, now have we take a hard look at it? Because, see, he was going to do a Bangkok budget trip. I don't know if y'all know about that Bangkok budget trip. And he actually asked me to go, and I was going to go, but unfortunately, I didn't want nothing to happen. Jet Magazine would have took a story on that one. Then I'm in trouble. But he went, and he had his plumbing. I'm sorry. He had his plumbing changed out, and he came back. And, I was very close to him. I accepted him for what he was, and I was very close to him, and that is to her. And, we would go to lunch together. I had to say, hey, listen, you're no longer a man. Check your seating, because it's a development that they have to learn. He was telling me his experience, telling me those things. He got a new toy and the maintenance, that's a harsh word, but he said.
Oh, wait, can I say one thing real quick?
Okay.
I don't know if I don't interrupt you. Just kind of, since I think Bob said it earlier to someone else, as far as like telling a story, yeah, we know that they're no longer went from he to now a she. It is very important whenever you tell other people, even if you are speaking in a past tense necessarily, like to actively try to get the proper pronoun for that person.
Never say it. Never say it.
Yeah,
Never
you said it, and that's what kind of like made me. I cringed a little bit.
You're exactly right.
Me too.
I'm sorry. You're exactly right. She was voicing all the changes in her life, and she was ecstatic and all. But pretty soon she took a reality is setting in. You did something, and her social life and her love life was being very impacted in it. She started, the depression was horrible. For a whole year, the depression was horrible. And these came from her mouth that, even though she was on hormone therapy, I don't know what kind of HMO she had, but she's going to age, out of her words, as a man. I mean, at a point, she's going to age as a man. And, it had a profound effect on her. Before I make the decision with my child, I would, certainly, I'm not trying, that might have been a isolated, transition, that probably some transitions that were very successful. But the only thing I can do with my child is relate to what I've seen. And what I've seen, yes, sure, you could be real pretty, you could be sculptured, you could be very beautiful. But what is it going to do further down the line, your mental state? The field is restricted, how do you approach a man as a beautiful woman? At what point do you tell that man that I was not born a woman? And those things, and how would he accept that? Because they can be very beautiful, but at what point that you have to share these things, and then it gets dangerous then. So it's not just a physical transition, it's a mental transition. And being able to, who can accept me? I thought she was very pretty. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. But I also knew the turmoil that she was experiencing as she got older. And it got so bad that I had to have some hazmat people come and clean out her house because because that desperation took over. I mean, that depression took over, and how do you raise them from that depressive
Yeah.
position? How do you raise it? Because you are at a point of no return. You cannot revert, or you can revert, but it ain't gonna be the same pain.
Yeah.
And it's hard. So to make that decision now, we have some issues over here in Hawaii right now. That the family is raising their son as a daughter. Oh, wait a minute now. Are you influencing that, or did the child want that? This child
Right.
is adapting to what the parents want them to do.
Mm.
And, I sort of think that's wrong. At the age of 7, 8, 9, they haven't reached the age of reasoning. They want to, why do sister have, was raised with 6 sisters, and I had some issues. Why did they get to sit down and I get to stand up when I pee? These are the
Right.
questions that I had, and I was torn. Did I think that I would ever be gay? Well, yeah, there was questions because I was raised with 6 daughters, but you asked my mother, she had 7 daughters. You understand? I had a father in my life, but to switch like that, it was hard on my mother. So she did the best she could. My father was very instrumental in my life, and we had a clear definition of my sexual preference. Did I
Right.
frown on it? No, I didn't. But to have a child here, if you're in my house and you want to make that decision, I'm sorry, but I have to do that, prison lockup type of thing. You need to talk to somebody who went down that road.
For sure.
Everything, the
Yeah.
mental impact, the
Yes,
physical
yes.
impact, the requirements that you're going to have to do for a long, long time. Very consistent.
Yeah. In
Right,
the
You, you,
long
you
term.
can't
Yeah.
miss a stroke.
right,
You can't miss a
right.
stroke. So I
Okay.
Yeah.
appreciate it. I was a little decent today. I apologize.
You were. You were.
And
Oh, dang.
because
We
the
let
men
you
were
go
striking
way
out.
over. Yeah,
Oh,
we
we were
let you go
striking
way
out.
over.
The men were striking
Thank you,
out.
Mr.
Thank
Wall.
you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Wall.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing with
Jules,
that though is just
Jules,
in
can you come down
general.
to the mic? Jules, can you come down to the mic, please? And I'm gonna put you on. Yeah, make sure we can hear you. Hold on. Let's let the we got quite a few audience members, and
Yeah, that's
I
fine. Go
want to
ahead. Go
try
ahead.
to
Go
get
ahead.
to all of them. We only have 11 more minutes before this is over. So
I make it quick. You can hear me?
yeah, you kind of low though. I don't know why. Are you amplify?
I can't see. I can't see.
Yeah, mute and unmute. That's the problem. Mute and unmute. It does that.
And go live.
Yeah, she's live, but mute and unmute.
Oh.
It does that even when they're not on air. So yeah. Let me put you back on air. Come back down to the mic, Jules.
Okay.
Yes, there you go.
I
All
see
right.
you.
All
Right.
right.
Good evening. So I'll make it quick. We put a
Okay.
lot of emphasis on saying that if a person wants to be transgender, that it's negative, that something must have happened to them, they must have been raped, or they were in a home with no man, and that's not always the case. I think that if it's a young child who wants to undergo changing their body and augmentation, what we need to do as adults, because we are the adults, is first educate ourselves. And that means going to counseling, maybe going to an LGBTQIA counselor and speaking about our concerns without our child so that our comments are not damaging to their development. But we do ourselves a disservice in this Black community of how we speak about people that are gay or heterosexual as if it's a taboo and bad thing. And I thought that by the time we got to 2021, we would be beyond that. The first step is to understand your child's needs. And if it's something that's difficult, because I do understand, especially for men and even for mothers, that your child telling you they want to be of another gender is difficult to accept. But the first thing you should do is not condemn. It is to go and educate yourself. And that needs to happen separate from your child so that you could speak your piece without damaging them and then come back to the table with your child to talk about their development. Thank you.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Jules. We appreciate that. Sarah, if you can come down to the mic, please. Sarah. Come down to the mic. Y'all see her? Because I don't see her. All right. Okay. All right, we're gonna go to Shanique. Shanique, if you can come down to the mic, please. Please come down to the mic.
I see her.
Okay.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening.
First of all, I think we need to step back just a little bit and realize that kids are a gift to us, and it's for us to nurture the child. It's not for us to put our ideals on them, and really have that understanding of who they are. And as you're building a relationship with anyone, including a child, I think it's also important to hear them out. And all sizes don't fit all. So you can't just say put every child that has been, questioning their sexuality and there's sexual preference. Remember, there's a difference between a sex and sexual orientation and sexual preference. So I think that you need to get understanding, just like as an African American, we want the oppressed to do the due diligence of educating themselves. Is the same thing that goes for any other, whether it's a disability, whether it's
yes,
their sexual orientation. Educate yourself so you have understanding and empathy. And in the event your child does go down that path, you will have more open understanding. And love is unconditional. Putting all the conditions on it, you say you will do X, Y, and Z, but until you're in that exact situation, sometimes you don't know what you're going to do. But seek out those that are more educated than you and lean on your village.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's go to I'm sorry. Let's go to Miss Starlight. Miss Starlight, you're next. Please come down to the mic. Please come down to the mic. We in here in about 6 minutes, so we can go a little
Hello,
over,
everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes,
hello.
Pascal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to say is that first, to answer the question, I would not support if it's my child and they're underage, I would not support them going through like a sex change. The reason why I wouldn't support it is because I've seen a few different situations, one of which I know, whose parents actually supported that change when they were about 13, 14 years old. Now that person is about 17 and they no longer want to live through the decision that they made at 13, 14. The problem is that they already did hormone therapy and they already went through the surgery. So now to reverse the surgery, it's pretty much impossible to do. I feel like as adults or as parents, it's that like
No, we can't hear you. Hang on, Pascal.
Starlight, come back up from the mic and come back to the mic. Can y'all hear me? I don't know if I'm still on.
I hear you, but
I can't
she's
even
frozen for me.
I can't even take her off and put her back on. Yeah, this is, man, they gotta get front row together. This is ridiculous. Yeah, okay, let's go to Jerry and I'm gonna mute myself. Jerry, please come down to the mic. I'm gonna mute myself. I ain't even gonna respond.
All right.
But y'all take him off because we're down. Let him get let him get 3 minutes. Let him get 3 minutes.
Please.
Okay.
So
You
so
get
listen,
3 minutes.
I want to let everybody know, like, I don't want you to think like I hate gays or anything like that, or people that want to transgender or anything. I love everybody. But what I don't like is when somebody else have a different opinion, okay? Or if you want me to be tolerant of your lifestyle, you're not tolerant of the way that I feel too. So it's only a one-way type of thing, and that's wrong. Like, I love everybody in here. I'm not judging you. You'll never hear me say a hateful thing because you're transgendered or something like that. But I have a difference of opinion. And just because I wouldn't want my child to go that emotional stress or whatever it may be, like, I'm not a bad person for that. Like, if I say I don't.
Oh, you froze.
Oh, so sorry, Jerry.
Damn, why y'all do that to Jerry?
I hear someone else talking.
Who's talking?
I don't know who's talking.
Oh, you gotta mute and unmute.
All right, what about now? Can you guys hear me?
Okay, better.
Okay, let's go to Aaron. Aaron, please come down to the mic. Please come down to the mic. All right, we don't have a lot of time, so
It said thanks for sharing, everyone.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, I don't know who just did that. Thanks, whoever did that.
That was me.
No, why can even hear? Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sophia.
Go ahead, Smooth. Go ahead, Smooth. Sorry, Jerry. You
just trying to be a good host. Trying to be a good host.
No, you're a great host. You got to come to the mic, Aaron. You got to go in front of the mic. In front of the mic. Sorry, you guys. We gotta end this. It's about to
In
be
1
11:15. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go to somebody who hasn't spoken yet. Focus. Please come down to the mic. Please come down to the mic.
What's up, party people? I'm sorry I got here a little late, or very late. So I wasn't full on exactly what was the question topic. So I just wanted to ask what it was because I just caught it kind of late. So I just wanted to know what was the
It's
exact.
okay. Would you accept your child wanting to be transgender? And if so, at what age would you be comfortable? If not, why not? And we want to keep it a little short because we got 1 minute. I want to end it around the time that the event ends. But
Okay,
go ahead,
no, good topic. And I think at the end, I mean, speaking from the heart, realistically, I think every man, if you have a child, you want them to continue the way God created them, but if they decide that they want to make the change, I mean, I think as a parent, your job is to support them and guide them in the right direction. I'm not saying it would be easy for me to deal with, but as a parent, I love my children, so I would have no choice but to support. I believe to each their own. That's pretty much what I say. So, and great show, guys. You guys are killing it.
Thank you, Focus. Thank you so much. All right, so we're really at the end of the show. I hate not having to being able to get to everyone, but I like to definitely end it around the time that it needs to end, so people can get to the people who, because once we go to 11:15, the doors lock, and they'll only see you online, and they can't get in. Gabby, I can hear myself in you. Please fix that. I hate to say it, but I've seen it to where I know we want to believe that the way that you're born is the way that you're meant to be, um, you know, but I have seen it, and I have to say, y'all, I'm sorry, and this is not going to sound right coming out of my mouth, but it is my belief and my opinion that I've seen that God has definitely made some mistakes with some people. I don't they were not supposed to be the sex that they were born. I know that doesn't make any sense to a lot of you. I know that a lot of you do not agree with it and you don't believe it, but I know that it's possible. I know that my son was born gay. He didn't drink a bad case of Similac and it turned him gay. He was not molested and he ended up being gay. Only my mother and me kept him. Like, he wasn't even, nobody kept my children but my mother and me. So yeah, I've seen the mistakes made, and imagine having to live that life where that is not the body that you believe that you belong in. We have to have some compassion for people. And while you say the things that you say, and I understand what Drop and Jerry is saying, and I don't totally disagree with it, but I also know that it is possible that maybe it was just a mistake. You were not born correctly. That's my opinion, though. I know that it doesn't make any sense, but that's just the way that I believe. I'm not sure what next week's topic is, so I can't give you guys next week's topic. I come up with a couple of them. I would like for you guys to come back. I'll try to be a little bit more lenient
Open.
to hearing other people's opinions. I'm open. I'm probably the most open person you're gonna come across. But what you gotta make it make sense for me. Like, you gotta make it make sense, because if it doesn't make sense, then I have a hard time responding to nonsense. I apologize, but that's what it sounds like to me when it comes out your mouth and you say the things that you say. What I say probably sounds like nonsense to you. So with that being said, please pick up your roses and throw them at us. If you hated it, throw them at us. If you liked it, if you have a rose under your seat, and we will open up the doors and we will go to the after show meet and greet so people can talk amongst themselves. And again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Still love you all, even if your opinion did not match mine. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to drop that portal for the do you ladies want to say anything? I'm so sorry. Do y'all want to say anything?
No, I think at the end of the day, everybody should just have love and compassion and empathy to
Right.
anyone's feelings.
Yes.
Whether we, agree or not.
Right. Yes, definitely. Let's unmute. You guys can unmute they're unmuted. Unmute the audience, and we'll drop that portal. Come if you like, don't come if you don't want. We're going to go probably to Chicago Chicks afterwards for music and fun. But right now, for the quiet time, we're going to go to the so y'all can't even drop a portal because y'all
Oh, I
not
can't even
y'all
go
got to
to
favorite
it.
this
This
spot.
say, and